Over 10 years ago, I placed my first implant under supervision. I'd done a whole bunch of theoretical courses, I've been to lectures, I thought I understood really what implants was about. And as my confidence built, I made mistakes. I didn't make mistakes when I started, but it was as my confidence built, and suddenly I had quite large disasters to deal with. I went and did training overseas in Cambodia, and I learnt advanced surgical techniques, and I was even more confident, and I came home and I had even bigger disasters. It's been my dream for a long time now to have an implant course where we try and help people avoid the big disasters. And what was the biggest disaster? The biggest disaster in implant dentistry is teaching people to put screws in holes without teaching them bone grafting first. This is my opinion. The bone graft is the bit where it all goes wrong or it all goes right. But we focus most people's training on how to drill a hole and put a screw in, which is really easy. So most of the time when we're putting the screw in wrong, it's because there's not enough bone, or we try and put in a bone graft simultaneously and it doesn't work, and then we have threads out. So a lot of our big mistakes come from an inability to graft. So how can I put all this together? And then one day it dawned on me, run the course in Australia with Australian regulations, Australian laws, so that you get to do dentistry the way you would in your practice. Not some different country or different philosophy or different legal arrangement where you can make all sorts of mistakes and learn bad habits, but actually here where you have the fear of APRA breathing down your neck. So how does Implant Live work? We teach you to graft first. So the first module you are going to learn to graft, and then because it's set up over such a long period of time, you can come back and you can see your first cases and see how they're actually healing. It's not just a matter of here's a case, we do an implant and then you never see and you assume that it works. We want you to see the bone grafting, the tissue building, then we want you to see how it's healed, and then what it feels like to drill into your own bone graft and how it's gone. So the key parts of the course I've set up is that you work to the same standard here that you would have to do in your practice, because you're under the same legal and regulatory environment. I teach you as if they're my patients. I teach you grafting and have you doing bone grafts very early on, so that it's not like some scary procedure that you learn to do after you do implants, but it's something that you learn as part of implant dentistry. So you will actually do as much grafting through this course as you do implants, so that when you finish, you're no longer afraid to do a bone graft, you're not afraid to do a soft tissue graft. It's just part of implant dentistry, and that's how it should be. And then you get to see your cases over the period of time, so you can see how your own work develops. You can see what worked, what didn't work, and you'll get to see the post-operative follow-up of your procedures. So they're the key parts of Implant Live that I think make this incredibly special. Come and join us. Look forward to seeing you.